So the next property that we can use is the name property. Again, not as good as ID. ID is always the best, but if you must use it, just make sure that it's unique. The hardest thing for Selenium WebDriver is always finding that unique combination of elements to help you identify the appropriate element and not anything else. You want just enough properties to make the element unique, but not too many so that you are just wasting time. So let's go back to our website and take a look. This button uses the name property. So we can use, again, Firebug, hover over it and click on that. And you guys can see that it has name called name example. So I'm going to copy that property. I'm going to come over here, get rid of all this. And again, I want to do this for you guys on the fly with less explanation. So see how I did that? Uncomment this, Control KU, and then comment this, Control KC. And now let's go ahead and run it. And of course I didn't click. Let's do a, and if we're successful, it's going to click on this button. And why won't it click on any other button? Because I have specifically made this unique, right? Look at all these buttons are exactly the same. They just have different content in the tags. So look at this one. And now let's look at the third one. And the first one is also different. It just has an ID. So you guys can see the second one has a class. The one below doesn't. They're both type submits. Their values are obviously different because I wanted to show you guys what each button does. And then this one has a name property and this one does not. So obviously they're almost the same. The text is also a little bit different. I could have made them all exactly the same and just change one of the properties. But either way, you can see how if we identified our element correctly, it will only click on this button and not the other button, not the second button. So let's open up our Visual Studio, and I'm actually just going to go ahead, come here and do a run so that you guys can see everything in real time. So you guys can see it started running the test. Here's the browser. And actually, it was too fast for you guys to be able to see the test run, right? But you can see that the test passed. No errors were thrown. Therefore, the test worked. So that's how we know that it worked. I wish it was a little bit slower, but it's okay. I think you guys get the point that it worked. Otherwise, it would have thrown an exception like oops, check it out. It would throw no such element exception. You guys see that over here? No such element exception. No such element exists. So that's how you know that your element wasn't found. And then if you're looking at the stack trace, you can actually figure out where that happened at line 33 over here. So this finding the element broke, which is exactly the problem because I made up this name. And so there is no such object with this name. And so it was not found.